I am Magnus Bestes and our trading session has started. Let's go down. I like this chart setup, and let's see where can we find another successful trade according to my rules. Wait, what's this? Nope. Okay, wait. Down. This one needs to go down, break down basically. Okay, and wait. Continuing the down move. In the next trade we will be using $80. Wait. Yeah, we can wait. We can still go down. Down. Nice win. Okay. In the next trade, $160. So guys, and this is gonna be a very quick trading session because I want to talk about something very important. This is gonna be the second part of my series, $1 million secret number 2. I don't know if you already watched my number 1, but I strongly recommend it before watching the number 2, which is this one. So don't go anywhere. I'm just going to find the last trade. Let's make it a quick trading session, and I will switch to my whiteboard, and we will just get started on the second most important secret to success in life in general, and your first $1 million. Okay, where was this? Where is our last trade? Okay, wait. Up. I like this setup, and profit very good. So that's it, guys. Nice profits. So let's go. So here we go again, back on my whiteboard. As you can see, last time I was using it, it was for the first video actually in the series. Yes, it's gonna be a series. I don't know how long, but the first video was a $1 million secret. So basically what I think is the number one most important thing for people to actually not only earn 1 million, but basically success in general in life, in any endeavor you actually choose to pursue, any dreams, even in health. Basically everything gets better when you are humble. So this was the result. This was the main thing that I was trying to express. Humbleness is the key, the number one key to success, and of course any success, even $1 million. So if you haven't watched it yet, I strongly encourage you to go ahead and actually watch the whole video, even though it might be a little bit longer, but actually it's important, especially because we are on the part 2 now. So $1 million secret number 2. So what is it? First, let me probably just erase our previous information. And I don't know if most of you know or guess what it's gonna be. I actually am very sure many of you already do know, but for some of you it's gonna be, I think for most of you it's gonna be a surprise. What I consider to be number 2 secret to $1 million. Okay, I will just do it. Where is it? New board. Whiteboard. Okay, so here we go. So what is the number 2 secret number 2? I talk about it a lot, especially in my VIP and in some videos. When I actually in my videos, if I think about it now, I mention it all in all of my videos. Yeah, the special word, the secret word that's like in a hidden, but it's very important, is actually in all of my videos. So, and the word is Let's wait for it. Let's find the correct color. What do we... Okay, I think... Okay, we don't have a lot of selections. Well, I can choose this one. It starts with P, A. Do you know already? Okay, in the comments, I want you to write after which letter you already knew what's the word. So if you knew it after the P, just write, okay, I knew it after the P. A, the letter A, okay. Now I put the third letter. Motorbikes on the street, okay. So what is it gonna be? Yes, it's T. And then, okay, well, I'm going to make it quicker. So it's, guys, what is it? Do you already know? Okay, basically most of you should have known already. No, this is not G. Wait. Yes, it's C. And then we have, yes, E. Patience. It's patience, guys. It's patience. Now you most probably already remember all of the parts of my videos where I actually say this word. Yes, patience is the number two secret to success, to $1 million, to anything you want. And of course I'm gonna explain why I think so. But yeah, number one, number two, you know, there's not like so many differences between these qualities, characteristics of your personality. But if I should like put numbers on it, I would say yes, number one, humbleness. And then you can just, once you are humble and once you already are receptive and you are ready to receive information, this is the most important state to put you at. So once you are ready to receive information, then you can continue. So that's why I put humbleness on the number one on the first position. Okay, so the second position, patience, very important, of course, equally important as number one. And the patience is something that actually allows you to move and work on your number one. So basically, once you are humble, then you can grow by using your patience most efficiently. So basically, you are humble. Imagine like you already meet the criteria number one, and what? So you, for example, want to learn trading, as we do on this channel, and now okay, you are ready to receive information. You watch my videos, you are in my VIP. But if you are not patient, you will just lose money. This is the most common error. Even though it doesn't matter how many times I emphasize this, like you should never trade on a real account until you master the demo account, master my strategy in the demo account. I would say like most of you still start with the real money and then you find out, okay, I need to go to the demo account. So, and the reason why I do this stupid mistake, and I did, okay, I don't want to say I did the same mistake. I did a little bit, but I'm very I'm very cautious person in general in everything I do in life. So I don't have so much gambler in me. I have to do everything premeditated, everything correct, and I actually enjoy the learning process. Shut up. Oh, on the streets, the sounds are, even though my windows are closed, you can see, like, you can hear it like I was on the street. Okay, so sorry for that. Where was I? Yeah, so basically I don't have this kind of gambler, high gambler in me. You know, I don't need to suppress it so much. Basically, I enjoy the process. I enjoy to go slowly towards the target. I really enjoy, for example, if there is like something I need to study, I really just go and study like from the beginning. I don't jump chapters. If there's like some YouTuber, some trader, and I wanted to know like all what he's all about, I literally just scrolled down to the first video he made, and I watched all the videos. I didn't jump anything. So basically I'm very patient in this, and I don't need to. So it goes also with the money. I don't need to start and really just with the real accounts. I have always been completely comfortable in the demo accounts, you know. So okay, so right there you already can imagine how important it is to be patient. You actually, if you lost money, you started to trade on the real account, you just jumped the most important training in demo, you started with the real, you already can appreciate and lost money. Actually, this is what mostly happens, you just lose money, so you can already appreciate the number 2 secret to $1 million, which is patience. You already understand it a little bit, but I'm gonna continue because you will understand this principle even more. This secret word patience, it's actually a very public word, but to most people they just don't even know how important it is. This is really, I cannot emphasize this enough, so I will continue mentioning it in all of my videos. So if you have patience, what happens? Of course it's not like black and white, it's like more of a scale, rainbow. You are more and more, it's like percentages. So basically first you may have like, or let's say like scale from 1 to 10, you are patient like 5, and you wanna get to 10. Okay, so you wanna be completely master of patience. So once you are patient, what happens? When you are patient, suddenly you also remove any negatives that come from your emotional thinking, because emotions, they have their place in life, but not in especially not in trading. So you probably already know, if you've been trading some time, emotions are your biggest enemy. So basically, if you are patient, your emotions like greed, fear, they just slowly go away. And the reason is because you are suddenly not in a hurry anywhere. You just enjoy the process. You will actually enjoy it more and more, because once you are in the patience mode, you don't need things right now. You just are okay with what's the reality, what's your current reality. So if you for example, you cannot trade right now, you are in maybe even a bad financial situation, you are simply patient because you know, you are already understood that this is the best state to be at to progress. So once you understand this, you can go and do anything a lot smoother. Everything will be easier for you. You will not be in a stressful mindset, and everything will be basically also, I don't want to start like with the metaphysical stuff, because this would be another topic, but basically I could start talking about, like how your emotions, how they express themselves in the world actually around you. Emotions are also like frequencies. They are things, they really affect not just you but everybody around you, even though you don't know it. But I don't want to go this route. We will just stay at the basics of patience. So what does patience allows you to do? It allows you to be a stronger person. If you search in your memory what you have done in a rush, it was always worse than the things you have done planned, premeditated, with calm mind, no emotions. If you are patient, your emotions are in check, everything is smoother, everything comes your way. and this applies really to anything in life. Actually, you know, like everybody knows, if you want something right now, it just goes away from you, and if you suddenly stop caring about it, it will just come to you, and you don't even know how. This is why I say, like, if you want to achieve something, for example, you wanna improve at lifting more weights in the gym. So this is actually a very good example, because you can already imagine what would happen if you didn't have patience and you just go straight up and lift some heavy weights, especially if you have never lifted like on a regular basis. You would basically damage your muscles, and this would be like instant punishment for your impatience. And trading is actually also I would say, I think, okay, the gym would be like the instant punishment, and it can be in a very negative way to your health. But trading is actually still, I think, the best way how you can train your psychology and remove all these negative personality traits most people have, like fear, greed, impatience, because you are punished right at the moment of your loss. Basically, you can be punished depending on what time frame you trade on. If you trade on 5 seconds, like we do here on binary options, you are punished for your stupid impatience literally in 5 seconds. So within 5 seconds, you have this benefit of punishment. Basically, it's benefit because if you are not stupid, you actually learn, so you will not do the same mistake again and again. So that's one of the reasons also why I like 5-second charts, because you just instantly know like what's up and what chart pattern works, what doesn't, which one doesn't, and also you have just immediate effect. You don't lose time, and also you see you actually see a lot more chart patterns than other traders who trade even on 5-minute charts. You become better a lot faster than other traders. It is actually simply a fact. Of course, you need to always remind yourself to check back on your trades and try to really think about every single loss and a win, and then learn on your mistakes and progress, not just continue trading the same way. You really need to think about why you lost or why you won. Okay, so basically in the gym, you can also see the instant punishment for your impatience if you take already at the beginning some heavy weights and you are not prepared. But what I wanted to say, like, if you already are better at this patience thing, you suddenly don't really care, and it's just a routine. You just go to the gym and you lift the weights you are supposed to. So basically, and I don't want to now go again a different topic, but from my experience, what I found out even already when I was a child, really, like, it's not even about the reps, it's not even about the weight. It can be really just the routine, which is the most important thing, and your mind, what you believe is possible. For example, and then basically, so I'll tell you one example what I found out when I was like I think it was 12. No, I was wait I was 10 years old, and we were on a physical education at school, primary school, and we were supposed to do push-ups. And I'm already very good at genetics. Like, my genetics are better than I know how it sounds, but basically it's a fact. I have like God gave me more muscles than to other people already from childhood. Basically, how I'm structured, I have a big advantage. My muscles just grow even though I don't go to gym. It's really just big advantage to other people. But still, so I was 10 years old and I was doing like, I don't know, first time I was doing push-ups and I did like, I don't know, 15, and then I felt like on my chest that the muscles like was like, oh, I felt like a weird feeling, like basically my chest muscles were burning, and that was the first time I felt something like this, and I was like surprised, and I was always like this, like I want to improve it. I always want to improve in everything. So even at 10 years old, I was like, oh, I need to improve this. So right from that day, I started to do push-ups every single day in just one series, because this is how I am. I just get bored very quickly, and I know like if I just tell to myself like, okay, one set, one series is enough, then it's a lot easier for me to actually do it regularly every single day. So I did I think I started, what was it, maybe like 15. So every day 15 and just one set, 15 reps, 15 push-ups every day. I didn't really care what time of the day. It was not the same time of the day, but it had to be every day. So, and I didn't expect anything. So there you can see that the patience was not a problem, and that's why I can say what I learned, that basically I didn't have any negative feelings about this. I was not preparing for any competition, so basically, it was just a routine for no real reason. It was just, I didn't know, this is how I am. I just wanted to improve, so I was doing it every day. And then what I noticed is very interesting, and I noticed that this happens, it doesn't matter if it's in the gym or it is something not physical, basically something what you want to achieve in life or get to some position in life. When you don't expect it, this is when it comes. So basically, I was just doing the push-ups like a routine, and then one day I just realized like, oh, like it's so easy, I can do like a lot more than 15. And I actually tried more. And actually this is the secret. You actually, when you first feel the feeling like, oh, you can do more, you still need to stay at the same number. So basically you do 15 and you already feel like, oh, you can do like a lot more. But here, I don't know why, but this is my nature. I just naturally wanted to stay at the 15. I didn't want to up the number. I don't know, this is how I am. Maybe other people, basically I have the patience already in me. Pretty strong. So basically I just didn't care. I just continued 15, and then I was like, maybe after 1 month of knowing like, oh yeah, I can really do a lot more, I jumped like right to 30 with no problem, So I think this is actually a very good example what happens when you are completely calm, emotionless, not expecting anything, and the things you actually want come to you the fastest way, without any obstacle. I just went right to 30, and it was actually, I don't know if it was 1 month, I think maybe even sooner. So basically, and then again I was doing 30. Okay, I still actually do. I was always doing 31 or 21 or 16, or I don't like the whole numbers. I always go like one more. It's like my thing. So basically I was doing 31, and then again after I don't know how many days, maybe a month, or maybe like after 2 weeks, I already knew I can do like 40. And then after next 2 weeks, I actually switched to 40 per day, or 41. And then I don't know, within a few months I was already 70 very easily. So very easy progress. You know, this is how everything comes to you. You just don't push it. You need to push, but you don't, you know what I mean. You need to push to your goal and never stop, but you are not pushing, you are not forcing anything, you know. It always has to surprise you. Everything what you want to achieve, you need to put yourself into a position that you will be surprised how it comes to you, and you just wonder where and when it's gonna come to you, and by which way. This is how you need to be positioned. And I think, and now I could, of course, I could talk all about all the, you know, all those motivational and metaphysical books. Like, I'll put them on the screen, like some of those authors. You know, if you are in my VIP, already know something how I like about me, how I like to study everything. So yes, I read all the most important books, and I put the names of the authors on the screen while I'm editing the video. I just pick one book that actually I read many years ago. It was one of the first books of this type, and it was very interesting because there was like no author. It was just the title. The title was like, I actually don't remember it correctly, so I cannot even find the book anymore. But it was something like the science of getting rich, or something like this. So there was no author, and I read the whole book. It was pretty new to me, all these things. And in short, what it was about, that actually you can achieve anything you want just by outgrowing your current position. So basically the secret is, I can actually really summarize the whole book, that the secret is you need to become comfortable and satisfied at your current position, and no matter what your goal is, you just need to get first satisfied with your current position, and then think how to outgrow your current position. So basically, if you wanna be rich and you are now, let's say, working cleaning the public toilets, you will basically do everything possible to become the best toilet cleaner in the world. And then somehow, you don't know when, why, where it's gonna come from, which way, you will basically just outgrow your current position, and you will get some offers, or it will just come to your life where you will just upgrade to like next levels, new, like maybe higher positions at the current job, and then you just get offers, possibilities to go to another job, and then basically outgrowing constantly your current position. And it actually, right at the beginning, it made a lot of sense to me, and I really like the book, and it's really how I feel, that you basically need to be always in the positive state, and just getting the maximum out of every situation, and be smart, of course. But yeah, this is actually a very interesting thought. And basically all those other books on motivation, it's basically very similar. Okay, and also, for example, so basically this is, I don't want to go deep into this topic, but for example, also Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said like he knew like he could just come to the gym for 5 minutes, and he would do more progress than most of the guys who are there like 2 hours. So it was in his belief that he can be better even with less training. The belief and what your subconscious believes is very strong. And of course when I always talk about these things, I need to say that I believe in God, and of course it can be very tricky because there are other new age notions that want to tell you like you don't need anything and you can just be with you and you can become anybody. You don't need basically God, and this is wrong. This is very wrong. It's as I mentioned in the last video, this is a lie from Satan. It's his deceit. So you need to always thank to God. Everything is from God, and it's not like, oh, you are so powerful, you can do anything. You do it because God loves you. This is the only reason why you are even here. So keep that in mind. I always recommend read the Bible. And now, okay, did I finish this? We can actually go and give you some practical examples of how you can use patience in the trading. So basically how you can realize that really the patience is the key. So let's say we have a chart, and you will just understand very quickly, like everybody knows that some movements on the chart predict some situations that are more probable and less probable. So basically if you see, and this will be very short, like if you've been trading even for a few weeks, I think you've seen charts that go like this. So let's say we have red candles, we are just dropping, we have the price dropping, then we have, okay, we start some consolidation, doesn't matter, consolidation, and basically what I'm trying to say, everybody knows. So this is really about patience. Trading is no exception. Everything's about patience. Everybody knows that this move needs to be corrected. You know, it doesn't matter which time frame we are talking about. Let's say it's 5 minutes. So you can actually do this trade even today. You know, so let's say we are on a, okay, let's do it different color. So let's say the time frame is 5 minutes. Time frame. So we know every single candle is 5 minutes of time. So what do? We simply, everybody knows. You don't need to be expert trader. Everybody knows that we can actually have a big probability for a successful trade if we simply wait, if we are patient and we simply seriously just wait for this consolidation, for this consolidation to play out how it wants. We just wait, we don't do anything, just consolidate, no problem. And then we know that there's a lot of liquidity in this move, so it needs to be corrected. You know, the sellers, it was insufficient price distribution. So basically we have a lot of buyers waiting. So what happens, even like, and let's say also, let's make it like really the best example, like really, like you know, and everybody knows, like, because trading is about probability, so everybody knows that it's just about connecting, like gathering of all the probabilities you can on the chart. So basically, let's say it's even opening of the New York session, so 9:30 a.m. Let's say it's 9:30 New York time. a.m. And also, let's say we have some news at 9:30. Oh, okay, I know this is New York exchange opening. let's say it's even better. Let's say this one is Nasdaq. Let's say it's Nasdaq 100. What? Nas 100. This is S. So basically, we know stocks like to move at 9:30 when the New York Exchange opens. So we have all the probabilities on our side. You know, we know, like, and let's say this is the moment, like 9:30. It's okay. So let's say here we have 9:30. This is 9:30. So we patiently wait till the price comes. Till the time comes. So the price is consolidating, and now we just wait. And now we see, look, here we see the liquidity. Here we see a nice consolidation. Very nice consolidation. You know, the market is just preparing for something. We can see nice, very regular consolidation. It just respects both walls. We have a nice tunnel, nice channel, nice liquidity. So what do you think happens? Now it's 9:30. New York Stock Exchange opens. We have a news. So what do you think? And positive news. Okay, even a positive. Let's say we have positive news for stocks. Let's say let's say this was like big drop from a few days ago, and now really, like, we are on a higher trend. We are very bullish, and we have positive stock news. So basically, everybody knows if he or she was patient enough, they could just wait for this one trade, put a stop loss here. So basically, entry is here. What do we have? We do entry like, no, wait. Entry, well, we don't have enough colors, you know. This is here. I cannot even paste text. This is a horrible whiteboard. If you know about the better one, but really like white, because when I was searching whiteboards online, like other ones, they were saying white, and it was not white. Like, I seriously, when I want white, I just need a whiteboard without dots. Here are some dots, but they are not so visible. But on the other ones, even Zoom, they are very visible. So basically, I just need whiteboard. You know, that's why I write to Google whiteboard. Okay, so basically, yeah, some people are just retarded when they do their websites. So we have entry here. We will do it with blue entry, and we will have like some space between here because it can be a fake out. We don't want to be faked out. So here is entry. Okay, I'll write the whole word. Entry. Then stop loss is here, something below the consolidation. We have SL, and then let's say this was like very long drop. It just went. Okay, let's even do it like this, like big candles. It was like big candles. So everybody knows we are going to feel a lot of this price action even today. It's like still today we have news, so we can have a very nice take profit, very nice risk to reward. This is our stop loss. Let's say 1 2 3. We can have 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So here will be our take profit, and this is all. It can be very just much about like just green candles. This is just a very nice situation. Let's say we have just green candles. We can have some red in between, but that's no problem. We know most of this is gonna be filled in. So now you can understand what I'm talking about when I say patience is the very important thing that you need to consider on improving. It's really the number 2 secret, in my opinion, to $1 million. As you can see, you can now even understand yourself very easily. If you had enough patience and you open trades just like this, just in situation like this, you will, like, the probability that you will have a winner is, I would say, is like, of course this is no trading advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, and these all just for educational purposes, but I would say this is like 99% successful trade. For example, even though it went quickly up here, like 1-to-1, and you put your stop loss at break even here, and you would be even safer. Okay, let's make it 98. 99 is too much, but basically you know what I'm talking about. So now, of course, you don't have these opportunities as often as you would like, but seriously, it doesn't matter. Like, you should just focus on your highest quality setups. That's why you hear me all the time in every of my videos. Focus on the highest probability setups, on the highest quality setups. You know, it's all about this, because when you lose a trade, you then need to get it back and then earn something more. So you just go steps. Sometimes some guys even go not just steps back, they go the whole account lost back, because they first not even train their psychology and their greediness and fear, and basically they just blow out their whole account. So this is another problem. This is really the problem of what most other traders think, like the biggest reason people fail is risk management. So of course risk management is very, very important, but what I'm focusing in these videos, like, number 1 secret is the humbleness, then second is patience, and of course your attitude to the risk, like risk management, is very important, but still basically is also like inside of the patience aspect, I could say, you know. So if you are patient, your risk your risk management is a lot better by default, you know. Okay, guys, and of course even more ideal, don't take this as the best example chart. I was just trying to make a point. Of course it would be better if there was like something like W here, and we took some stop losses lying here, you know, of the buyers, you know. So basically maybe there is like some quick move down. Where is my okay, here we go, this is my chart. So the better would be if it was here, for example, a week for the stop losses just before our break up, you know. So basically just imagine, like, you know, there was a week here, and then we quickly moved up, still basically in the consolidation, and we just really are breaking it upwards. And of course I need to remind you as well, like, trading news is very dangerous, because there's like most of the time moves to the up and down side, so basically both sides get liquidated. But if we have here already some stop hunt, we should And also we make sure that we already set up our take profit with a limit order, so it's already in the trading book, and when it hits, it just automatically sells our assets. Then we should be okay, you know. It can just wick there very quickly, and if we wanted to do it with market order, maybe we would not have enough time. So basically make sure always in these situations, you know, set up your take profit. But this is not trading advice, it's just example to show you that every one of you who is a little bit trader for some weeks at least knows that there are some situations you can clearly see happens more often than not, and it's like a higher percentage of winnings. So just study your trades, always improve, guys. And this video is already too long, so that's it for this. Remember, patience. So now we know number one is humbleness, second one is patience. These are the secrets to $1 million, to your first $1 million, and also to anything in life. Actually, it will help you a lot if you master these two things. And of course, it's not all. I'm preparing other videos as well, so keep on trading, guys, keep on improving, and have a great day.